Hey, what's up, guys? We're doing another live webinar. Thanks so much for everybody who's here live. If you're listening on a replay, we appreciate you watching this replay as well. And we're going to talk about some Amazon integration with some print-on-demand platforms and some customization options. And if you watched the one yesterday, we talked about Amazon. And you guys probably all know about Amazon and the power of Amazon, Amazon customer, and all those things. But everything we talked about can also be done on your own website, such as Shopify. We're also going to touch on Etsy as well, because anything customizable really matches up well with Etsy. But Shopify is really the one that I get excited about when I think about building a customer list, by building an email list, about building a brand, about building something you own and control. Because as much as I'm an Amazon guy, I understand the biggest weakness of Amazon as a seller or as a brand or as a designer, whatever you might be, is that you don't get that customer information. Even the information you do get, you're not allowed to remarket to them. Their address. Don't be sending out mailers, those addresses that you get from your FBA orders. I know some of you guys want to do that. It's technically against the rules, but hey, I'm not the Amazon police, so I'm not here to go after anybody. But I want you guys to follow the terms of service so you guys don't get in trouble. And with Shopify, it's your site, it's your customers. You can do literally whatever you want. And I'm so glad that the PrintTech system allows some of this customization with the intention of helping customers build that customer base for retargeting, for remarketing, for relaunching new products, for building a brand, for actually building something that you own. As opposed to just selling on Amazon. So Chris and Randy from PrintTech are here. They're going to be answering some of your questions. I don't want to steal all their thunder because I get excited about this stuff, and I'm still learning as we go. I learned a lot of stuff on the webinar yesterday. I'm sure I'm going to learn something new today. So guys, take it away.
Hey, Chris, thanks. Thanks for having us. This is Randy Park with PrintTech. I want to follow up on what you just said, and that's really about building your brand, building your business. And really, that's kind of the thing that launched me several years ago when I got into the print on demand and moving, figuring out this internet-y thing and how do I change my business from where I was really a Walmart model and doing a lot of contract decorating for other customers. And I had a guy come in that grew up here in town, and he's a big seller out there, and I won't name his name. But he came in several years ago and he said, you still do T-shirts, don't you? I said, yeah. And he said, well, I've been selling a lot of T-shirts on another platform, and I'll just leave it at that. And he said, but they keep all my data. And he said, I want to be able to build a business and build a brand, and I want to work with somebody like you to kind of just be my silent partner and back into that. I said, well, how many shirts are you doing? He sold like 70,000 shirts in the quarter before that. And, that just floored me. And so that started me really on this path on how I need to fit in with my customers, my online guys. And so that's what we are. I mean, we are a white label service for you. And if you're interested in building a brand and building a business, this is a great way to do it. So our system's really from the ground up designed to do that for you. Everything from, your customers don't know who we are. Everything's white labeled with your name, and the return address is our address, 401 South Maple. And we do everything we can to support your business, and that's our whole design.
Yeah, so as a kind of an overview of what you guys do, you guys are a print-on-demand service. You got almost 80 different products. All the Merch by Amazon people that are listening, they're probably like, okay, I do T-shirts on Amazon. Well, using PrintTech, you can have up to almost 80 different products with a growing catalog of products that you can sell on Shopify or on Amazon or on Etsy. And you guys want to see them succeed. It's easy to be a white label because you guys are going to make money by fulfilling those products.
Right. Yeah, we don't make money unless our customers do.
Exactly. And that's why I love this model of no cost, no inventory, and no fulfillment for the seller, because you guys are going to handle all that. And all the orders that come in, you guys make money on that. And then the costs are all set up so the customer sells for whatever they want. They know their cost, but those costs don't go into effect until they get the sale. So they're never upside down. They're never buying inventory, and they're like on the hook hoping it's going to sell.
Right.
That's what print on demand means. That's why I'm completely fascinated. You guys know this. I've been a seller, and it's going to print on demand after being an inventory seller. It is so difficult to go back. It almost gives me a headache to think about going back to inventory and fulfillment. So I'm super glad you guys like inventory and fulfillment. You guys can have it, right? We'll sell the stuff.
It's one thing to manage the blanks and things like that, and then being able to decorate it and do it print on demand, and that's where we fit in. And a lot of this grew out of it. You don't know how many times over the last 30 years I've had somebody come in and say, dude, I've got the best idea for a T-shirt. We can sell 1 million of them. And they set up and they do 144 shirts, and they've got that big investment, and they give a lot of them away for samples, and it just really never turns into into a moneymaker for them. And so that this idea has really come out of a lot of those experiences with a lot of my customers.
Wait, and you're solving like that exact problem in different ways, and not saying like that's like just not going to do that. We're going to do it this other way. I love the idea of being able to test with print on demand.
Yep.
Right. So if you got this $1 million T-shirt idea, be like, hey, great, love your enthusiasm. Let's test it. Let's put it up on a print on demand platform, whether it's Shopify, Etsy, Amazon. It doesn't matter. And hey, the orders are coming in. Good job. This is a good idea. Now we can invest in some inventory. If you want to get stuff that's Prime eligible, if you want to send stuff to the FBA warehouse, you certainly can. But being able to test and gather that data to be like, okay, I'm selling 1 per month. Guess this wasn't as good a deal or idea as I thought. Versus we're selling like 20 a day. We need to like kind of ramp this up. What can we do to increase that? And you can do all of that without spending money. And that's what I think is what probably most of my audience is like. That's cool. That's cool. I want to do that. I don't want to spend $1,000 on T-shirts and store them in my basement and hope I get some orders. And if I do, I have to rush home from work and ship them out before no, those days are gone, right? You guys ship. You guys do all that stuff. But we'll put our great ideas up on Etsy and Shopify and Amazon and wait for those orders to come in. And when they do, you guys do the work.
Yep. Well, and some other things too. We work with an awful lot of people, and on their Shopify store or whatever other platform that they have, and it's not only just print on demand and things, great T-shirt ideas, but you can create a company store for somebody that you have that wants to have, and you can manage that company store for you. And so we can work together to do that. And another big thing, and really where the volume's at, is if you're somebody out there and you've got an opportunity to set up something as a fundraiser, whether it's a fundraiser for a school, a group, a charity, or whatever, and run it kind of campaign style. You can sell an awful lot of T-shirts. That's really my main business. In my local town, that's what we do. And I basically, a lot of what I created was from the idea of taking, instead of a paper order page, it's now an online website that just does all the hard part for them. I'm collecting the orders, I'm collecting the money, and then I'm delivering that fundraising product. And if I'm working with a group, I can split the money with them. There's lots of ways that you can do it and help enhance your brand and grow your data.
Yeah, there's so many different ways that you could use print tech. When you stop to think about it, we had a call last night where someone was asking if they could do a limited edition through Merch by Amazon. Could they offer just 40 shirts, and when the 40 are gone, could it stop? And I was like, well, you could probably do like a 24-hour sale and take it down, and like trying to figure out how to do it exactly through Merch. But I said, look, guys, we just did this call earlier. You could certainly do it through print tech, where they have full control. You can say, look, only take 40 orders and then stop.
Well, yeah, you can set your inventory level on Shopify, and when that runs out, it's it.
Yep. Same on Amazon, same on Shopify, same on Etsy. So you could make that premium type scarcity model of, hey, only 40 people get this shirt, whether it's for an event or whatever else you want to do it for a fundraiser. A lot of people have been trying to do fundraisers through Merch, and the Merch terms of service say you can't put that in the description. So you'd have to put it in your own marketing or on Facebook, and they'd have to trust you that you're actually going to donate to the Red Cross or whoever. It doesn't give a lot of trust to see it on a Facebook group or a post, right? We're going to donate the money. It's like, I don't really know you. But if it's on your straight up website, now you have control. And that's really the difference between Amazon and Shopify. That's what we want to talk about today with Shopify is you have control. This is your own website where you can put anything that you want. You can collect the customer data. We'll talk about how you can customize the packing slips you guys do. I love how you guys are completely white label, like you're behind the scenes, because so many other companies try to sneak in like their names on the bottom, or there's always something that lets you know where it's ultimately coming from. But because of your model, we're like, yeah, you've got all these machines and all these blanks and all this inventory that you want to sell for other people. You make money on that part, and you want all of your customers to also make money and build their brand. So having that, not just being a print-on-demand kind of company in the background, be like, look, we're going to help you build your brand. We know what you're trying to do. We know you want to build an email list. Let us help you do that. At the same time, you guys, you certainly have a lot of advantages, and a lot of benefits to just being a pod company.
Well, 4 years ago, it was just T-shirts. There was enough to go around. Everybody wanted a T-shirt. Things were really cooking on the internet with just selling a T-shirt, and that forced us, and that changed. And that got saturated pretty quick, and that forced us to add products and continue to expand. And that's our model moving forward. So we've got lots of different apparel, of course, but and that's where we started. But moving into the gifts and things has been the evolution.
Right. So let's get in how to ideally use print tech with Shopify, because you guys have three different apps. You call them apps or integrations, or
Yeah, it's our integration. So first of all, to do business with Printex, that's free. So you can come in and you can set up a Printech account, and from whatever platform you're selling on, you can send us the orders, and there's no cost to that. But our integration makes it less cumbersome. So instead of grabbing the CSV file, sending it to us, and certainly if you're doing any personalization, that's the integration eliminates a lot of that work. And so our apps are inexpensive. We want you spending your money selling products. And so our Etsy and Shopify integration is $10 a month, and our Amazon's 20. And so you can go in and sign up for a Printech account for free. And if you want any of that other integration that makes it a little smoother, you can choose that at any time.
I couldn't imagine doing it without the integration, because it's not that I'm afraid of Excel, but like I am certainly not good at Excel. When someone says pivot table, I stop listening. I have no idea what that means or what it does. But to make a CSV file with all this stuff, no, forget it. Because we walked through a little bit of it yesterday using the integrations, and it's just so easy. So I know you're tired of me saying it, but yeah, the integrations are underpriced. They're unlike everybody should be using these integrations to quickly and easily get products up on their Amazon store as well as Shopify. So Amazon was yesterday. We're going to talk Shopify today. Anybody that's coming from the merch world has probably heard me say over and over again why I love merch, because it's free. You cannot lose money with this. But to use these extensions or these integrations, it's not 100% free because you have to have a Shopify store. But here's a quick question for you guys: can I set up a Shopify store while still in trial mode with the integrations, or does the Shopify store have to be live?
I believe the Shopify store has to be live. Shopify doesn't let you install paid-for apps on the trial store. Yeah, unfortunately.
Just checking. So a Shopify store, while they still do have a free trial, you guys, does cost $30 a month. I'm a little fascinated with Shopify lately because for $30, I mean, I've been doing this stuff. The first website I registered was in 1999. Was my first domain. I think it was like $30 a month to register a domain. Now it's $8 a year. The hosting was another $30 a month, just to host like 100 megs of whatever. And that's if you didn't even get a lot of traffic. Then if you actually got traffic, then it's like, hey, whoa, like you have to upgrade this hosting. Right? We just gave you kind of like baby hosting here. It was a whole different game, and all of a sudden you're spending a lot of money. With Shopify, for literally $30, you have a store that can handle as much traffic as you can throw at it. You go viral, Shopify's not going to go down for $30. Like it's so good that like people don't realize how good it is. Where you can sign up and have a very functional website. Shopify, I think, is one of the reasons why Amazon shut down one of their store platforms, because they were like, screw it, Shopify's doing way better than us. So they stopped.
They're awful hard to beat.
Yeah, they're very powerful for what they do. They have so many apps and integrations. So for $30, you can sign up and you can get and of course, guys, you can put your own URL, your own domain on your Shopify store. If you want help picking a domain or a name, let me know. I've gotten pretty good at domains. I picked up a domain today. You guys will like this one. Sellonetsy.com is now mine, and that's going to be the site that I set up, for this program to teach people how to sell on Etsy. Of course, with my Print Tech link and my Shopify affiliate link, because they have an affiliate program as well. I picked it up for I think $119 off of GoDaddy Auctions.
That's a great site.
Insider tip, guys: GoDaddy Auctions is probably my favorite place to get fairly good domains for fairly cheap, because they're just ones that expire and GoDaddy auctions them off. And it's just a supply and demand thing. Not a lot of people are going there. So I'm not trying to out it, and I'm going to ruin my own chances to get good domains. I believe there are enough domains out there for everybody. There's some that I'm looking for, but you guys are looking for other things. But I put that out there. I'll help you guys find a good domain for your Shopify store as well. So you'll need a Shopify account. Very cheap or inexpensive and easy to get. Then you get the integration with you guys. You have a 7-day free trial on that. And then you can just get right into it and start creating products, whether they're just print on demand with your own designs, which if you're a Merch by Amazon designer or seller, you should already have some designs. So this is a very easy thing to transition into, as well as you can add customization. So things that you can't do through Merch by Amazon, you'll be able to do through Shopify. So should we get right into it? You want to show them how to upload a couple of those? I think you should be able to turn on your screen.
Yeah.
And we'll follow along with Chris.
One other thing, too, on our integration, we don't have any tiers. I mean, so, it's not limited to the number of products. We don't charge you more for more products or anything like that. It's just flat out is what it is. We don't play any games with what you can do with it.
That's why I say it's too inexpensive, because if I'm doing like $1 million in sales through a little $10 app, I'm like, is that app really that good? It's like, yes, it should. Like, it almost feels like it should be more expensive, because of what it allows you to do. That's all. But hey, I'm not trying to get you to raise the price. We can keep it at $10.
Cool. So, after you create your PrintTech account, this is kind of the access that you're going to have. All the information you need is going to be in here for any orders that come in, no matter what platform they come in through. You can get that order information. You can do all your account customizations, everything through here. You can have access to kind of what we call your dashboard, which is going to give you real-time insight into what our fulfillment times are for all the different products, how many orders you have coming in, and your shipping times will be displayed over here. So we're trying to be really transparent with all that information and give that all to you up front. When it comes to products and building products, if you come over to products, you can kind of browse our product catalog. We've got, like you said, almost 80 products in here, all the standard apparel stuff that you're kind of used to seeing that a lot of people have. But then we also have aprons and barbecue sets and a lot of laser engraved glassware and Bible covers and journals. Just a huge selection of stuff. These cutting boards are real hot right now. Lots of different options in here. These tumblers are really cool here too. There's kind of an example of a cutting board that we can custom engrave for you.
Yeah, a lot of these items I see as great gift items. So if you want to build a website for selling other products like gifts, you guys have like a great catalog for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So in here you can get your all your cost information, what sizes are available. So if we come in and look at just for a T-shirt, for example, we show you all our base prices. All of our shipping costs are all flat rate shipping costs, so you know what that is up front. And then our color selections are all down here, and you can see what sizes are available with our large selection of colors here as well. So getting into it, create a product. It's pretty simple. You just go over here to your products, go to create new product, select the product that you want to put a design on. So in this case, we'll do an adult shirt. You can select all the colors that you want to select here, and you can select any of the colors that you want to. We build the mock-up. You upload your image once. We build the mock-up on all the different color options. In this case, we're just going to select a black shirt. Go to continue to sizes and pricing. You can set all your retail pricing here. If you want different pricing on different platforms, you can certainly change this at any time once you get on. If you want it different on Amazon than it is on Etsy, you can change that on all those platforms. You can also set your price in here. We try to make it easy on you, so you can set just a percentage profit that you want to make, and that'll update all your pricing here too to make that process easy. Then you set your product title, your description. We drop in just the kind of basic manufacturer description that we have, but again, a lot of people will beef that up to kind of make that their own. And then when we get into our mock-up builder here, this is kind of where all the magic happens. So it's real simple. You just take your design, go to upload artwork image. Let me see what I got here. I think I've got the same Uncle design here that you can just drop on. If it's not personalized, meaning you don't want the customer to be able to make any kind of personalization text options on this, all you got to do is hit save and finish. In this case, I'm going to go to add personalization and just drop that in so you guys can see how that works too. So you just put in what you want your placeholder text to be. Font color, in this case, it's going on a black shirt. So we're going to use you can use a little color picker here to just select white. You have a selection of fonts here. We're just going to leave that as it is and hit add. This is going to drop our personalization box onto the product here, and we can resize that as we want it, and just hit save and finish. Now, the cool thing, like I said before, in this case, it's just black. If we had multiple colors here, it would go ahead and create the mock-ups for those additional colors. Also, since we're talking about Shopify now, once we push this product over to our Shopify store, it's just a simple one-click push to Shopify store. I've already got the same product over here, so I'm not going to duplicate it. But we don't really need to make any changes on this product at all, unless we want to add more images or make a change to the price or something like that. Everything's ready to roll, including the personalization. So we drop the personalization on that guy. So when we come here and look at it on our product page, we've already got the personalization field here. It's required for the customer to fill out before they can continue to the cart page. So there's no additional steps. You literally just build the product, push it over to Shopify. Once the order comes in for this product, it's going to go ahead and import into your PrintTech account. You'll be able to see it in there, and it's going to flow through the production process. It's going to ship out. Once it gets a tracking number on it, we're going to upload that tracking number and mark it as fulfilled back into your Shopify store, and everything's going to be 100% automated from there. So there's no work for you to do. The other cool thing that we have, let me go back to our PrintTech dashboard here. So if you're selling on Shopify and you say you're also selling on any of these other platforms, you only have to build that product once. So the same product that I built for Amazon, I push to my Amazon store. All I have to do to get into Shopify is push it to my Shopify store. All I have to do to get into Etsy is push it to my Etsy store. Now, instead of having one source that I can receive sales from, I now just diversified my customer base, and I have 3 different places: my own website and 2 open marketplaces that have free traffic going to them that I can get sales from.
No, it's powerful stuff. Is there a separate Shopify app that you have to install, like from the Shopify App Store? Or
there is, so you don't necessarily have to do it from the Shopify App Store. If you click on that link that you provided to everybody, when you fill out the form to create your PrintTech account, it's going to ask for your My Shopify domain. Which, if you take a look, when you create your Shopify store, you're going to have this. In this case, this is just PrintTech's app test. .myshopify.com. You drop that in, and it's going to drop you right into that installation process, so you don't have to go to the Shopify App Store separately. But it is listed in the Shopify App Store as well.
Oh, that's really
Just
cool.
saves you a couple steps this way.
Yeah, simpler the better.
Exactly.
To get these things signed up. And it is so, I love how this is a very polished system, because we talked a little bit yesterday about how you guys are first out of the gate. You're unique. You have a lot of competitive advantages around here. And often whoever's the first mover, it's like, well, we're like inventing it as we go, so it might be a little rough. And every time I see these features, it's like, this is polished. This is ready to go. I have one place I can push to all 3 sites. I've got the customization that I need. I got the integration with where you guys get the orders and send the tracking number back to the customer, so I don't have to worry about any of that. It takes away a lot of those worries that I think a lot of Amazon sellers have about, like, well, what if it doesn't ship in time? Well, what if they want the tracking number? It's like, it's covered, guys. It's covered. Like, PrintTech does all this for you.
Well, it's not our first rodeo either. I mean, we've been in this business now for over 4 years, and we have our own our own platform. T-Rex is what we own there, and all the customization kind of came out of that. And as we've improved that, we knew that there's a much bigger market out there than our own platform, and so we were able to take that innovative customization ideas out of that and make it work for this other integration.
No, it's real powerful stuff. So let's talk a little bit more about what you're going to get with when you get a Shopify order. Okay, so the Shopify order comes in. So you might find some organic traffic. This is going to be different than Amazon. Amazon organic traffic, a lot of customers go to Amazon first. They might not go to printtexapptest.com first, right? So you might be sending some traffic there. You let your friends and your family know about your Shopify store, where you have a lot of gift products and customization options. So customers come over here and they start buying your stuff. And you're able to customize that packing slip in new ways that you really wouldn't do with an Amazon order, whether it's merchant fulfilled or FBA or whatever. But certainly not with merch. You have less than zero control on a merch order. You're able to put on things like, visit my website. Here's a coupon. We want to see you back. Customer service. Here's my phone number. Follow us on Facebook. Join our group. All of these things to start getting or building a community, to building an email list, to getting repeat customers. There are so many things that, in my life in the Amazon world, it's like the biggest mistake that I made is not collecting email addresses. Anybody that's starting this entrepreneur kind of business with print on demand and all these things, guys, don't make my mistake. Start collecting email addresses, because if you think about it, that's going to be everybody's kind of home base on the internet for the foreseeable future. You're always going to have that email address. You might change your website. You might kind of spend less time on Facebook. You might migrate away from Instagram or Twitter. You're always going to have that email, right? So that's really what people should be building up instead of Twitter followers and Instagram followers. Forget that. Give me emails over all of those things.
That's what you really own, is that data. The sales aren't guaranteed to come back, but those customers, once you've had them, it's up to you to keep them coming back. And with the Shopify integration, and if you're using Shopify inside your Printech account, you're able to, like you said, you can customize that packing list with a discount for your next order, or just a thank you, or whatever you want. But also what you can control inside your Printech account is sending your customer a tracking number. So as soon as it's shipped from here, you can set it up and your customer is going to get a tracking number. Now, Amazon takes that away from you, and they automatically do it. When we push it, Amazon knows it, and they send it from Amazon. But this tracking number is coming from you, so you can have your logo on the email saying, hey, thanks for your order. Your order just shipped. Here's your tracking number. And that certainly cuts down on the customer service, because, within a few days, if that order's shipped, they know it's on the way, and they're excited about that.
I would love to customize those emails, because I would be sending people to a group store, Facebook page. You can put all kinds of different social media links there, because I don't want people to think, don't build up social media accounts and only do email. I just put email number one, and of course build up the other ones as you go. So that's where you're really able to build a brand instead of just sell other people's stuff, which often happens when you're just on Amazon.
Hey, when you get our product, give us a shout on our fan page. Take a picture, show us that you like us. We pick a winner every week. There's lots of things you can do with that.
Oh, it's huge. I like taking a picture with your order.
Yep.
And I don't want to bribe people, so I don't want to be like, get 10% off if you take a picture with your order. But take a picture with your order and to enter our drawing for a free flask, personalized flask, whatever it is.
Yep.
It's worth it to get 20 pictures of happy customers. Yeah, that's worth $40, right?
Sure.
Like just do it. So I love the idea of using like giveaway products as like for a marketing budget instead of Facebook ads. There's just so many things that you can do. And I can just say, hey, I want to give one of these away and just send you guys the order. I'll run the contest, and when it's ready to go, you guys ship it out for me. Perfect. So this falls in line with the business model that I've been excited about and sharing with people. Of you got a computer, you got internet connection, you can run the biggest business as you want, because you guys are going to handle all the inventory, the fulfillment, anything like that. It's just it's almost too easy, right? I don't know if you guys if you get that from when you try to explain to people. It's like this seems so easy and so powerful that people start to worry there's a catch. But it's just the world that we live in. Technology has caught up to where you can run a business with a computer and internet connection, and sell physical products. So it's exciting. I'm glad Shopify and Etsy have the customization option as well. And we should talk a little bit about that secret sauce that you guys have, where you take the customized order and it doesn't have to come in and rework the artwork and then send to be fulfilled. You guys are able to just take that order that comes in automatically and automatically generate that, which makes adding customizable products finally scalable. Well, it was really cool before. If it was not scalable, it's not as exciting.
Well, that's the secret sauce, and you're right. I mean, the personalization does a lot of things. For one, it sets you apart from your competition. You're not competing on price, and everything's driven to the bottom. And people know that hey, this is personalized just for me. It costs more to do that, and it's fair to pay more. So you're allowed better margins with that. But the other thing it does is it really captures emotion. When you put somebody's name or their nickname, their Mimi, their Mama, and then you start adding other personalizations like where they're from or their grandkids, and the ability to add lots of personalization on there, like somebody that has 27 grandkids, where are they going to get that? Just not any place. And so we've been doing that a while and with our own platform. But the challenge was when you have more than a couple locations that are personalized, it was then you had to bring that back in and put it into your art files. And so we've eliminated that. So where the old way used to be is, okay, you could capture Meemaw and Jimmy, Molly, Fred, Frank, and all that stuff for the grandkids, but you had to go in there into Photoshop, put them in there, get them centered, do it the hard way, and all that could be done. But then you you just wasted all the time on the few dollars that you made on the shirt. And so this way it does it for you. And so that's why you're able to scale it now.
No, it's really cool. Should we show some of the Etsy stuff or?
Sure.
Yeah, sure can. Yep. So I mean, it's I won't show the product building process again because it's all very similar. You go through and build the product like we did with everything else, and then in this case, you just hit push to Etsy. It's going to transfer that product over to Etsy. It does put it in your draft listings. So Etsy's a little bit different. The way Etsy works, there's no monthly fee, but you pay 20 cents for every listing that you push live. So whenever we push a listing to your Etsy store, we put it in draft mode. That way you can go in and when you're ready to make it live, you can make it live. Other than that, everything.
So there's no cost for draft mode.
Correct. There's no cost for draft mode. So there's only a cost. So when I come in here, this is in draft. So if I hit publish, that's when it's going to pop up and say, actually, it'll tell me right here, by clicking publish, they're going to charge me 20 cents. So until you hit that publish button, you're not charged that 20-cent fee. So instead of the monthly fee with them, it's just that 20-cent listing fee, and then they take a percentage of sales as well. But it's a lot smaller percent. I think they have a 3% credit card fee, and then I think they keep 3%, and that's standard across every category.
Now, I'm still learning more about Etsy. So if someone buys this, is this listing done? Like it has to be relisted, or it's 20 cents for a listing that you can sell multiple times?
Yeah, so you can set it to automatically renew.
Okay.
So every time they purchase, it'll automatically renew, and you'll get that 20 cent.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
For a whole quarter, that 20 cents is for 4 or 3 months.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you're not getting any sales, you may not want to have that renew. But again, it's 20 cents for 3 months. So
but Etsy's a lot like Amazon. The more you have on there, the more relevant you are, and having a lot of products on your Etsy store or your Amazon store is important on how easy people see it.
So, this is where all the, I know especially with Amazon merch, you talk a lot about research and doing your keyword research and making sure you have all that. So with Etsy, it's going to be very similar information that you're going to need. So if you've already done all that research, you're a step ahead of the game. So we set, the category and everything here for you. Obviously the title, you're going to have some keyword research in that, but then inside of here, they have what they call tags. So this is where you're really going to be able to put in all that keyword research that you've already done, probably even the same keywords that you've already put into, your Amazon merch listings, and be able to put those in here. And that's going to help you a lot with your rankings and everything as well.
The thing with Etsy too, they're a little less flexible than Shopify as far as the personalization fields and things like that. So maybe you want to show that, Chris, and on what Etsy gives you to grab the personalization. And another reason that we built the way we built it is it allows you inside your PrintTech account to make sure that graphic comes in the way you expect it. One thing with Etsy, because they give you kind of one notes field that you have to fill out, your design may be a little confusing sometimes to people, and they'll just put in odd answers, like instead of they might spell it all out. I want my name to be Mimi in the center of the shirt, and only really wants Mimi. And this way you can correct it before it comes up very easily.
So this isn't necessarily a personalized design, but what we do with the personalization, and it sounds a little bit odd to us, or will to you because you're not used to it, but everybody that's shopping on Etsy is pretty well used to it. In the description, you put a little note right at the beginning of the description saying, for the personalization, enter what you want in the notes field at checkout. And that's pretty standard across the entire Etsy platform. Anytime there's any type of personalization on Etsy, that's the way people do it. So in that case, this is the notes field that they would enter that information into. Like Randy was saying, there's nothing that keeps them from, one, either clicking proceed to checkout without putting anything in that box, or typing in a whole long paragraph about how this shirt's the coolest thing ever, and they thank you for selling it to them. That happens a lot too. So in those cases, what we do is we automatically put that order on hold. and you'll get an email notifying you that you received an order for personalization. But for some reason, we weren't able to, do that personalization automatically. You'll also see a red box at the top of your account whenever you log in. And in that case, all you have to do is go into the missing personalization, click on Edit Personalization, type in the name that you want displayed here, hit Generate Image, and then when you're happy with the image here, you release hold, and it goes through the process like normal. So it's as automated of a process that it can be on Etsy. It's not as automated as what like an Amazon custom or even a Shopify is, because we have more control over certain areas there. But again, it just kind of adds that next level that not a lot of people are doing on Etsy. And if they are doing it on Etsy, they're having to manually build all those images. So they're not scaling or doing any kind of large volume like you have the opportunity of doing with us.
And something else this area does, and Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've had this conversation since we built this opportunity here. Lots of our customers have challenges with their customer calling them and go, hey, I gave you the wrong address, or can I change my size? If you put it on hold, this is an opportunity where you can come in and make a couple of those edits, and that's what, I don't know if you've got solved yet, but that's what we're working on.
Yep.
Oh, that'll happen. You sell enough stuff, you're going to have, and I've done it. I've ordered the wrong size or the wrong color, and I'm like, before you ship it, please just change it. I'm sorry to be a bad customer. I didn't mean to.
Yep. And so this gives our customers a chance to do that, in their own time and control it before it gets out of here and turns into an extra cost for everybody.
Right. And I want to kind of remind everybody that this is print on demand as well as print on demand customization. This isn't either or, right? You guys can just have your merch designs and put them up on Etsy and on Shopify. And if it makes sense to customize your stuff, you can certainly do that as well. So that's the secret sauce. But you guys are more than just one little thing with secret sauce. It's more than just the customization. Customization is definitely a huge bonus and advantage that no one else is able to do. And just like you said, if other people are doing it on Etsy, that's great, but they're not able to scale. They have to stop on every single order, rework artwork. It's manual. It's not scalable and automated. And that's the reason I'm excited to work with you guys, is because it can be automated. I know what people like is like, they want that automated, passive, no inventory, no cost system, and being able to customize it. I said, when you first explained this to me, I was like, no way. Let me see this. And sure enough, it works just as you say.
Well, especially for, like the gift items and all the different things, like we were talking earlier, if you've had a good selling shirt or design on merch, there's a good chance it's going to be a neat looking, good selling design on something else. Maybe it's a cutting board, maybe it's a wine glass, or maybe it's a thong, who knows? But it's a good way to recycle your artwork. That was the biggest thing when I got into it. I'm thinking, I'm sitting here going broke, selling to Walmart all the time, and I've had 30 years of art designs and things. How can I regurgitate, all the money I've spent in my art department and get it on the internet? And it's kind of the same idea. People that have been through lots of different designs and those that have been successful, how can you find a new way to sell it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and customers are different. A lot of customers go to Amazon first. A lot of customers go to Amazon only, but not all of them. Some go to Etsy because they want that personalized gift. They're thinking. A lot of people, even though I think I need to look up how old Amazon Custom is. I think it's at least 3. But people don't think about Amazon for customized products. They think of Amazon as a bookseller.
Yep.
They don't even think of Amazon as a third-party marketplace. Like I talk to enough people, they don't realize kind of how big Amazon is. So they go to Etsy first because Etsy, that's where I get like crafty, handmade, personalized items.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I'll sell to you there. So when people have these art assets, just like you said, put them on multiple sites because customers go to different places. And
if you've got a fan page or however you're driving traffic to it, maybe it's a web page that takes them to different shopping carts. But it's a good idea to say, as seen on Amazon, or as seen on my website, or as seen on Etsy, and give them links to all that. And you look like you're a real business out there. Macy's has more than one store.
Amazon adds a lot of credibility for sure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, give customers the option. Some people actually hate Amazon, believe it or not. I've met people who don't like Amazon, and you can be like, that's cool. Come to my Shopify store. But okay, cool. Right? Like, sell to them. It doesn't matter. Be on multiple channels when it's still no cost. So there are some costs, and I want to make sure everybody's aware of them. It's $40 a month if you're going to sell on Amazon to use the integrations, because you have to have a pro seller account. It's going to be $30 a month for a Shopify store. And you don't want to kind of spray and pray with Etsy. You want to have like a nice big selection. You don't want to go too low and be like, oh, I don't want to spend too many 20 cents. But don't put up don't put up every possible thing. Don't put up the long tail of selection on Etsy until you've done a little research about what's going to sell. But 20 cents for 3 months for a listing, hopefully doesn't scare you guys away, because it makes an actual business and a brand instead of just uploading designs to merch. But it's not a replacement either. You can do merch and you can do all of these other things. There are so many ways that you can use this. So I don't want to confuse people with too many different ways. But I did have a question that came up yesterday. The lifestyle images you guys were talking about to put on Amazon were incredible, and I hadn't thought about that. And the international. So can you upload lifestyle images to, I know the answer for Shopify, but I'm hoping for Etsy as well as ship internationally for Shopify and Etsy.
Yeah, so I'll answer the second one first. Yeah, we ship all over the world, on out of any of the platforms. And what you're talking about there is we were talking about how successful people are when they're using multiple mock-ups on their store, and it should be on Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, whatever you're doing. It's nice to have an image of the shirt, multiple images of the shirt, and then multiple images of people wearing it in different ways. And if you've got it handy, Chris, maybe we can show again what a little bit what we're talking about. And I'm getting that information. I'll have that on our site. It's one of our customers, and he's got a great program that it's a mock-up builder. So he has every one of our products in his membership site, and you can go there. This is it, and you can and he works with other vendors as well. But all the Printex stuff is in his site for the mock-ups. And so if you're using his artwork, you can use his artwork for free. You can, and our mock-ups are free. If you've got your own design and you want them on any of our products, I think he charges $5. Maybe a couple of them are $7, but it's $5 for the whole thing. I mean, hundreds of mock-ups, and then you just put them in your site.
Yep. So, on Etsy, the only thing they limit you to is 10 images. So, you want to get some lifestyle shots in there, but if you're doing a t-shirt with a lot of different colors, you can eat up those 10 images pretty quick.
Do you have one of Ken's stores that you could show just to show how he does the lifestyle?
Let me see. I'll have to go to Amazon and grab that.
So guys, while he's pulling that up, I know a lot of you guys have been asking questions in the chat. We will answer all of your questions, so please don't worry. Don't think that we are ignoring you or anything. We want to kind of go through this and any questions that got answered during the webinar, and then we'll be able to answer any other ones.
How about the cutting board?
Was that one of his?
Yeah, there was one, I think. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, this is a good way how Ken does it, and again, having it sitting there with things around it gives you a better perspective on how big is this cutting board.
Mm-hmm. And it's just such a refreshing look compared to living in the Merch by Amazon world, where I don't know if they're ever going to allow additional images to be uploaded, but currently you cannot. You get one mock-up and a size chart, and that's it. And I know a lot of people would love to be able to upload lifestyle type images, whether it's from Conversion Blueprint or somewhere else. You can upload things and make your listing really stand out.
Well, and we give you just basically the standard mock-up that our manufacturer gives us so that we're consistent, and the same way with the description. And if you're going to be successful, you really want to massage that description and really make it sound better and more attractive and better keywords. And then we also have other mock-ups at Printex that you can go and grab a little flowier looking shirt or something that feels softer to you, and you can do all that and put that in there. But there's a reason why we start out with what we have.
Oh, this is really, really cool stuff. A lot of different ways to use it. So we don't want to confuse and overwhelm people, but we do want to let people know about the Amazon integration, which we talked about yesterday. And then today we talked about Shopify and Etsy. All three of these integrations, while they work separately, they each serve a separate purpose. So if I had to sum up Amazon, it's because customers go to Amazon first. I'm one of them. If you want to go to Shopify, you can start building an email list. You want to go to Etsy, it's because people go there looking for customized products. So it works for all of them. I know you guys said you're working on eBay and some other platforms as well. This is so attractive as a business model because you guys print on demand. So you're not incurring any costs for inventory. You're not having to take orders. You're not having to fulfill all these things. So it's very similar to the merch opportunity, which a lot of people, like, it really resonated with them. But now we're able to do so much more, including building that brand and building that email list without buying inventory and fulfilling orders. Very, very cool stuff. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we start getting into some of the questions in the chat?
I don't think so. I think we can jump into some questions.
All right, you want to switch back to your camera so everybody can. There we go. I think you guys can see the chat, but I'll kind of read through them. Appreciate everybody's patience on the chat. Question early on, which was a good one we didn't talk about yesterday: refunds or cancellations. How do those work and get processed?
Okay, so for us, we handle anything that's returned and let you know that. So if there's returns, and a lot of times you may not even know, the customer just sends it back and it shows up to us, and we just say, hey, Chris, so-and-so, here's the order number. They just sent it back. If there's a bad address because your customers typed that in or whatever, we let you know that. We have a lot of that communication inside your PrintTech account, like even right away. If there's an item that's out of stock or there's an art issue or anything, we have things like that happen instantaneous. And it's how you want to handle it with your customers, up to you. So let's just say it's our fault. We sent it out, had a hole in the shirt, or it was a bad graphic, or something was bad. We're going to replace that, period. If your customer is being difficult and if they want to exchange the size, it's up to you. You may just say, I don't want to pay to have that shirt sent back. Printex, just send them a free shirt on me, the seller. You handle it however you want.
Sure. Can custom orders be returned, and how would that work?
It's up to you. I mean, obviously, if it was something that we botched, it needs to be, or you, the seller, somehow. But it's a good way to put in there that just says that, pay attention to your order. This is a personalized order, and make sure that you're happy with the size, things like that. But you know what? You're not going to have very many. We don't see that. You're almost better off just replacing it and moving on.
I've seen a lot of sites on customized orders. They don't take returns.
Yeah.
Like this is last second. This is a customizable product.
Yeah.
Once especially as the price goes up, it's like, dude, we're not going to customize this $800 item for you. And like, oh, I don't like it. Now we got this thing with your name engraved. I'm like, what are we going to do with it? And I think the customers also understand that. They're like, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
So it's good that you guys have some of that data, but like it is a very low return rate.
Oh, I don't think it's 1% of returns that we see.
That should make people kind of relax. All right. So question here. The integrations, Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, are they priced separately? And how does the pricing compare to a product catalog with similar integrations such as Gear Bubble?
So the apps are priced separately. Etsy's $10 a month, Shopify's $10 a month, and then Amazon's $20 a month. As far as the Gear Bubble catalog, I mean, I know we offer a lot more variety of products necessarily than what they offer. I'm not sure their price point on every product. You can go to our site and see our pricing. We're $8.50 on a tee and $4.50 on a mug, so we're pretty competitive on our pricing as well. And that's the same price, by the way, whether it's customized or not. So you can charge your customers more, but it's not going to cost you any more to sell it.
Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. And people are answering the question in the chat. Like, awesome that people are answering questions. Someone's saying Gear Bubble is more expensive than this service because of the monthly fees, the price of mugs, and the integration only for mugs and travel mugs and shots. Oh, I don't even think Gear Bubble offers any type of customization either.
No, I don't believe they do, and I'm not 100% sure where their price points are. And I know a lot of their their integrations are throttled as well, so they'll give you X number of orders or X number of products that you can do a month, and our integrations are all unlimited. So we're not gonna try to handcuff you on how many products or how many orders you can get, because that's what we want, right? We want you doing large volumes. So
how dare you punish somebody for selling a lot of stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's a little backwards. But guys, everybody's listening, live and on replay. You can check all these prices out, right? Like
Yeah.
you can go look at any of the other print-on-demand services. None of this is exclusive,
Nope.
right? If something makes sense, if Gear Bubble has some weird product that Print Tech doesn't have, list it. This isn't a pick a side kind of thing.
No.
Yep. And, all of our apps and integrations, we don't take over your store or anything like that. So we try to be as nice to your store as possible too. So if we're adding things to your store, or we're doing something different, we always try to do the minimum amount that we have to be able to get the product listed. So we're not, taking over your store or anything like that either.
Yeah, where some of our competition does that. Their integration captures all of it, and you have to peel it out from there, and we don't.
A question that we got yesterday, turnaround shipping time for something like a mug from order received until shipped.
Right now we're probably averaging 3 to 5 days. On our Amazon, we try to build everything into where you're telling your customers an 8-day because Amazon is, very strict on that. And then shipping times typically 1 to 3 days, 4 days tops. We're right in the middle of the country. We're in Hannibal, Missouri.
That's you're talking delivery time even. So
Yeah.
our production time, to us, production and shipped is the same time. So we don't count the order as being produced. So when you go into your account and you're looking at production times, that is produced and it's out the door. So
Yep.
that's the number that we're tracking, because that's until it leaves here, it doesn't matter to you, right? So.
And you guys aren't new to Amazon, so I think most people here are going to be familiar with Amazon and their high standards, and they're very, I'm not sure what the exact word I'm looking for, but they want those tracking numbers, and you have to go by their policies. If you take those orders, they need to be shipped at the right time. And you guys aren't new to this; you've been doing this for years.
Right.
So if you guys are keeping Amazon happy, then everybody's that's signing up. So like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I trust you guys will keep Amazon happy.
I just double checked, white coffee mug, for example. We're under 3 days on that out the door. So
we answered where you guys are. You're right in the middle of the country.
Yep, right on the Mississippi in Hannibal, Missouri.
All the integrations, are they priced separately? Yeah, they're all priced separately. I don't know if you guys would consider an all-in-one price, depending on how people are using your integrations. That might be something you look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what I was talking about, guys, if you want to have a pro seller account, that's $40 with Amazon for those of you that aren't pro sellers already. If you don't have a Shopify store, that's $30 a month. Those are the ones that I was talking about. The Print Tech extensions are $20 for Amazon, $10 for Etsy, $10 for Shopify. The mock-up website, we missed that. It's the conversion blueprint. Did I get that right?
theconversionblueprint.com. Yep.
Yeah, I got to see if they got an affiliate program, man. I'm gonna be their #1 affiliate.
We'll hook you up.
But it's only $5. I almost wish.
I was just say, yeah, there's
50% affiliate on $5, right? $2.
And his membership's free. So he's got free designs in there that he's giving away with mock-ups and all kinds of stuff. So we're kind of there with you.
I'll send them traffic with or without an affiliate, because it's really going to help all the. You know what I should do? If you sign up with Chris Green's Print Tech link, I'll give you a free conversion blueprint.
Yeah.
Or something. The mock-up guy. Is there a volume cost for all three, or an easy cost? So right now, you guys don't have an all-in-one cost, right?
No, we don't.
No.
But guys, don't overthink this. It's only all three of them are $40 a month. This isn't if it was $30 a month, I'd do it. Guys, this is a big opportunity that nobody's doing this. You guys are. I have not seen you guys in the other Amazon, FBA, print on demand, merch by Amazon groups out there where everybody knows about this, and everybody's just now, oh, you guys also know about it. This is not something that everybody in the merch world knows about yet. So don't worry about $10 here and all this stuff. Get on. It's like when there was an example where the CEO of Google told Sheryl Sandberg, who's now the COO of Facebook, where she was working for Google, if she wanted this new position, and she was like, well, what's involved, and it's about this. I don't know about this. And it was Eric Schmidt, and he said, Sharon, don't be an idiot. This is the quote, right? I'm not calling her an idiot. This was his quote. Don't be an idiot. If I offer you a seat on a rocket, get on. Don't ask what seat. Don't ask where you're sitting. Just get on the rocket. And that's what I feel about this opportunity. Is what I've said about merch. just get on this rocket right now. Imagine the sites that you guys can set up and sell all these products. Q4 is going to be here before we know it. So don't worry about some of like the little details on it. And plus, it's a 7-day trial. Build a site in 7 days. If you don't like it, you can cancel it.
Well, you're right. And what we've seen over the past is you've got a lot of people there. They can be marginally successful on Q4, but they don't do anything the rest of the year. And so it's so important right now that we're out ahead of that. You better be planning on what you're going to do and be ready and get into some good training and how you're going to sell really by September.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
Yeah.
Question about the roadmap. We talked about eBay. How about Redbubble or any other products on your roadmap that you want to talk about, or are they kind of secret?
No, so I mean, eBay is definitely one that we've talked a lot about. There's been a lot of interest there. Are starting to hear a little bit more about Redbubble lately. Obviously, WooCommerce is a huge e-commerce platform. A lot of people use it because it's open source. And then BigCommerce is kind of the other big, Shopify competitor that's out there that we've looked into as well.
Someone has a brand name. Can they attach a label with that brand name on the T-shirt? So I'm assuming they're talking about this tag back here. Do you customize this tag?
We do. There's ways to do it. It really needs to be done with some kind of volume, and we do that for several people.
Okay. And, so they should contact you if that's a real requirement they have?
Yep.
All right. So Alexi, contact them about. That's cool that you guys do that, because it's not everybody does that. It could really improve the branding on a shirt.
Yeah. We did 3 million of them a couple years ago for Walmart. So
so you know what's involved.
Which kind of starts to answer the next question too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Additional printing capacity and fulfillment for the Christmas rush. You guys, can you handle it?
Yeah, we've got a lot of production capacity since we kind of walked away from that business, and that's what we're growing back.
So a question about kind of the process of getting an order. Do we pay up front and then we're reimbursed later when we're paid by Amazon or Shopify? Or so how does the money work with an order and a bill?
Yeah, so I don't know how you're getting paid. It depends on the platform and stuff. But once an order comes into us, we send you a bill that day, and you put in your credit card, and we hit your credit card.
And we batch it, so we're not going to hit your credit card every single order that comes in. So we will do, usually once a day we'll invoice you, and then I think with Amazon they do their payouts when you get a tracking number in, and then Shopify and Etsy, those will go into your merchant accounts, and then however it gets to your bank from there.
Yeah, I know Amazon's 2 weeks. I'd have to check on Shopify and Etsy. But you should never be losing money, right? You should never be upside down on these things. So we find cost to us vastly different than what we can get. You guys are sorry. I don't mean to be picking on anybody for some of these questions, but some of the questions I think you don't need to know the answer to, right? So I don't think you guys are looking for people to kind of price shop and compare other print on demands to kind of make you guys lower costs or anything. I don't think that's the opportunity here. But if someone did say, hey guys, coffee cups are, $5 over on Gear Bubble, what's up? Well, in theory, what would you guys say to that?
It depends what kind of volume you're doing.
Yeah.
So volume talks.
Absolutely. Sure.
Again, their model isn't personalization, so everything's one off. And for us,
on any of those questions, the thing to keep in mind too is that we're controlling everything that we do is controlled 100% in-house. So all of the apps that were developed in-house, mostly by me. So you're talking to the guy that did most of the development. Also, any production that's done is all done 100% internally. So we're able to control it 100% from beginning to end. So that's why we're able to launch this and be confident with what we're doing with Amazon and with Etsy. Because believe me, I'm keeping a close eye on it. You guys have seen my face now. So if there's an issue, I'm on it right away. We keep an eye on it very closely. And, that's the reason why, we don't really have too many issues like that. And that's something kind of unique to us that a lot of our competition isn't doing.
Well, I think the last part of that question really is the actual question. Can we ask you about stuff? Of course, guys, you got the founders right here. Like these are like the real guys. They're very accessible. and you can ask them anything about
And,
your account.
I didn't touch on it earlier, but we have, US based customer support. When you log into your account, there's a little got questions, click here button, and that goes to our customer service department, and we can, answer any questions you have there.
And a lot of videos on it too.
That sneeze came out of nowhere.
Question.
Are you planning to integrate with other POD services like Zazzle, Cafe Press? The right time. Spreadshirt. I worry that some of these questions are about, can I spray and pray all over the internet instead of, with the three that we're talking about right now really have specific uses.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yes, you'll be able to grow as print tech grows, but it's one of those things. I don't want people like, well, I'll sign up once you finally have Cafe Press. No, forget it. The opportunity is here right now. And if they add Cafe Press, then great. Hop over there at that point. Does it work with the Amazon affiliate account? Can I receive commissions? All right, so if some of these questions are getting a little kind of 2.0, in my opinion, you of course could put the Amazon affiliate links on your Shopify store. You control your Shopify store, but that's not really the scope of the opportunity here. I don't think. Amazon Pro Seller account, yes, that's what you have to have because it has all the API and integrations that are required. The individual seller account does not. We talked about capacity. Yeah, just get on the rocket, Liz. Liz is the best. I chatted with Liz earlier today. How does print tech compare to Printful? It was already answered earlier, late to the party. No problem. Printful is kind of the one that I think of first when I hear of POD with integrations. It's kind of the first one that I stumbled on. They'll say, okay, yeah, we can list your stuff on your Amazon account. It's like, oh, cool. But they don't do the customization. They don't do the Shopify and the Etsy. So like when I say that, like you guys aren't the first print on demand with Amazon integration.
No.
You are the first with customization. And your catalog of 80 different products is pretty amazing. But this isn't exclusive, guys. If you like Printful, use Printful.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Print Tech. Like it's not one or the other. Use them both.
A lot of the products in our catalog are unique to us. So like you said, there's a lot of other print on demand companies. Printful is one of them. They have several different integrations as well. They don't have the laser engraved products that we have, so you won't have the cutting boards and the glassware and that type of stuff. You don't have the personalization with them, and also our pricing on pretty much every product is substantially lower than what theirs are. So if you're asking questions about price, that's a key there.
Great question here. I'm an international seller. Can I put Print Tech's address as a return address? And also, are the products, like the base products, made in the USA?
Well, so first of all, everything is our return address. So it's your store, 401 South Maple, Hannibal, Missouri, period. That's how it comes out on the shipping label. So of course you can. Are the base products made in the USA? No, not hardly. You can't find a coffee mug that's not made in China. You're not going to find a T-shirt that's not made in El Salvador or Honduras. Most of your apparel is made out there, but it's all the decoration and all of the fulfillment is all done right here in Hannibal.
So you can say customized in the USA. You might not say made in the USA. Yep. We used to say, what was it, in a restaurant I worked in way back in high school, like fresh baked, like we bake the cookies here, right? Yeah, we literally heated them up. We baked them. We didn't make them. We baked them. And that's that's how they come. They come in things. You put them on. You have big things, and all you do is bake them. There's made in the USA versus customized in the USA. International coming out with any new products you can talk about that are coming up before Q4. Any secret sauce there?
Yeah, several things. We haven't talked about our tumblers. Those are nice. They're in there now. A couple things we're looking at we think is kind of neat. It's a luggage tag, and you've seen those out there. That's nothing new. But now being able to put on the face side some great graphic, and then on the other side adding that personalization changes the game.
Oh, that's really
cool. We're working on that product right now.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are looking at all kinds of different things to just keep growing and building your catalog. If it can be customized, you want to customize it. And we didn't talk about this. How you guys can customize literally anything. I can send you something that you guys don't currently customize and say, hey, I'm gonna send you 100 of these, and either just ship them out as I take orders, or add custom. I could ship you like 100 of these microphones, and you could engrave some podcasters, YouTube channel on them, and I could send them as gifts, and you guys could do all that for me.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a system for that. So, we can maintain your inventory, and we can talk about that some other time. But we have lots of customers that are buying something from China that they think is unique and special, and take it from there. And also, too, in our system, several of these people are, we've got it set up to where they can wholesale their product to, our customers.
That's really cool. That is the only downside, is there are so many great ways to use this that I don't want people to get overwhelmed and think it's too complicated. So the important thing is to get started. I sent you guys all the links to sign up for all these integrations. They all have free trials. You can try all these things out, and you can kind of see how they work. And I think you're going to be absolutely blown away. Especially if you come from a Merch by Amazon background. You guys already have designs. You can hit the ground running and see how this works. And you're going to be like, whoa, this is game-changing stuff. Because you're able to do so much more, build a business, build a brand, while maintaining that inventory-less, not doing any fulfillment business model. And I like the last comment here. It's not even a question. Love customization. I'm on the rocket. Good, guys. This is a rocket. Get on. Don't ask what seat, right? Don't ask what, just get on, because eventually everybody's going to get on this rocket, right? So when you're early, it's a big advantage. So we went through all the questions pretty quick, I think. Was there anything else you guys want to add? Anything else that we missed? I know there's a ton more stuff that you guys do, but I want to just kind of focus on the Shopify and Etsy stuff today.
Sure. Well, again, back to just the pure part of it being customized, it separates you from everybody else. And we talked about yesterday on Amazon, you can take mugs, for example, and type in silly mugs, and you're going to have 400 pages of, funny mugs. But if you type in personalization, you only have a few pages. So if somebody's looking for something personalized, they're going to find you quicker.
And customization allows you to not be what I call a Me Too seller. Right?
Yep.
Like if we're all selling the same stuff, me too, I sell that, me too, hey, buy from, that's just not a game that you can ultimately win. You're just always fighting. But when you're customizing, especially if you have your own images and designs that you've done, it turns that red ocean back into a blue ocean for people that know that analogy. So if you don't know that analogy, guys, go out and Google it. And if you end up on Amazon, buy the book. It'll make a lot of sense. This to me is the absolute blue ocean of print on demand and customization, and it really should be for a long time to come. I don't see how this gets read. You're in control on this. So very cool stuff. So I'll send out a link to this replay. I'll send out additional links to sign up and try out these integrations. And I'm sure we'll be doing some more webinars. I think there was an offer on the table to do some personalized training with anybody that signs up for these free trials. So you guys can get not just the help desk and the videos, which, guys, you got to watch the videos because they're great. They're short. They're not too long. You can watch them really quick and easy. As well as, hey, if you're still not getting, you have a question, you have something, you can come straight to the founders and the lead developers and say, look, I don't understand this, and you're going to get an answer from the top. Straight from the top, you're going to get the answer to your concerns and your questions about how this works. So very exciting stuff. Skincare products. I don't think we're covering skincare products today. Amon, if I'm saying your name right, send me a message. And I'm not sure what product.
Well, here's a little bit about that, and we've been in that business before with some of like I just touched on. Some of our partners, so to speak. They have that. We're working on one. I don't want to share it right now until it comes out, but a licensed product that we want to make available to all of our members.
Oh, so cool.
Selling through Print Tech. Once we have this brand together, it might be something we're going to do. Or if you're out there and if this Amon has a great product and they want that part of our product list, those are options also.
That's really cool. This is what I mean. There are so many cool options. All right, so yeah, Iman, I think you got the answer. So yeah, get in touch with the right people and and you can explore that a little more. So very cool. Randy, Chris, thanks as always for being here. We're a little late. I mean, it's after 5 o'clock here on a Friday, and we're still here talking about all these cool Amazon integrations. So I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. You guys stay cool. Everybody listening live, thanks so much for being here. All the replay listeners, thanks for checking this out. And if you have questions, reach out to me, reach out to Chris, reach out to Randy, and we want to get all of your questions answered so that everybody can take advantage of this incredible opportunity with print on demand and customization on Amazon, Shopify, and Etsy. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everybody.